Hi, I'm Nancy Michaels,
And I'm Neil Wood.
and we are the co-authors of Dating Success After 40.
And this portion of the video really talks about safety concerns, and it's very serious and something you really should focus on.
We want to cover three areas to really protect yourself as much as possible. The first being, before you end up on a date with someone, how much information you exchange. If you have set up a time to meet someone, make sure that you have their cell phone number. Make sure that you've texted a friend and let them know where you're meeting this person. And I think it's a good idea to check in with them too.
Yes.
At some point, in the date, so they're not worried if you suddenly, are MIA,
Right.
missing in action, and maybe even have them call you
Yes.
15, 30 minutes into it.
Yeah, I had that happen to me on a first date with a woman. Her phone rang about 20 minutes after we met, and she picked up the phone and said, "I'm okay, he's a nice guy, we're good."
Yeah, I think that makes sense though. So I think during the date too, it's important too, as much information as you can get from that person. I think you even had the experience of somebody wanting to take your picture by your
Exactly
car,
right. Yes.
which does two things. You've got a picture of that person and a license plate.
Right, exactly, and she forwarded that on to a friend. I wasn't offended because I'm a father. I'm also, I've got a little sister, so I'm very protective of women, so I knew what she was doing, and I was not offended. By the way, if somebody is offended,
Run.
Exactly
Run,
right.
don't walk.
Yeah, just run. Unfortunately, there are a lot of scam artists out there, and apparently they have just surrounded the internet looking for vulnerable people.
And unfortunately, women tend to fall victims to this kind of scam, more so than men for some reason. But
Yes.
when anybody asks you for money and you haven't even met them, or if somebody's too anxious to get married or have a relationship and you haven't met them, those are all red flags. They're all warning signs.
Oh yeah, I have a friend who, after the first date, that evening, he said, "I am so in love with you, and I have a place in Costa Rica, and I'd love to take you away for the week." She said, "No, thank you." Red flag, red flag.
Yeah, I mean, especially that early.
Yes.
I mean, love takes time, and I think before you spend time, especially with somebody out of the country,
Yes.
you certainly want to know. But you also had the experience, Neil, like he's so much more experienced than I am, with online dating, of basically a woman like almost wanting to marry you, and you hadn't met her.
yes, yes,
And when
yes.
you actually set up a time to meet, you
Right.
discovered she was from,
Russia.
yeah.
Yeah, we had been going back with emails. I had very little experience online dating before this, and we went back and forth with emails. She sent me some nice photos and bikinis, which definitely piqued my interest. And after so many emails, I said, "Let's go for a walk, because you only live 10 miles away." And she came back and revealed, "Well, actually, I live in Russia, and I've fallen in love with you, and I need $5,000 for my airfare and my visa, and I want to move in with you because I love you so much." That was like, bye-bye. We blocked her. So you got to be careful for the scams.
Yeah, just, be careful, protect your identity, make sure you don't give away too much information too soon, because people can use that and use it against you. So.
Yeah. Something else I've learned over the years from talking with other people who have been scammed is after 2 or 3 emails and some text, tell them you want to have a phone call or do a Skype session, or if you have a Mac, FaceTime. And if they keep avoiding that and putting that off, end the conversation, because they're scamming you. They're probably in Nicaragua or one of these foreign Nigerian countries, and it's just bad news. So you want to make sure this person lives in this country and they're real, right? And not just some scam artist. Protect yourself. I don't want us to sound paranoid, but they're out there.
Yeah, no, you have to be careful.
Yeah. So
Buyer beware.
buyer beware. When we talk about marketing and sales, buyer beware. Just protect yourself. Also, we talked about this earlier in the group session we had before this videotape. Trust your instincts. If it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't seem right, then it probably isn't right. And there are thousands and thousands of other people to date. Walk away and block them, and then report them to the online dating agency.
Yeah, I also love the expression, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
Absolutely.
So, and I think Maya Angelou had a great quote too, but if people show you who they are, believe them. So you learn a lot about people, I think, even prior to the actual meeting too. So just be aware of those warning signs and stay clear.
Yes, absolutely. So we hope you enjoy Online Dating Success. It's been a pleasure talking with you again, and tune in for more.